Hi everyone, it's your favorite CAD addict, Best of Delta. If you are new here, I want to say a very big thank you. Thanks for showing up on my channel. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when next I post a video. For the whole time, as those who have been following my tutorials, also say a very big thank you for hanging around. Thanks a lot, I really appreciate that. Okay, so today we are going to be looking at a new exercise. If you've been following my tutorial, I believe by now you should be in the previous video we talked about how to use the absolute coordinate system, and we use that to draw exercise 1. So if you understood what we did in the previous video, you should be able to do exercise 2. But if you experience any difficulty while doing it, do not hesitate to reach out to me through any of my social media handles. I will reply you once there is chance, once I have the chance to do that. So do not hesitate to practice more on your own. That's the way to learn. Okay, so I want you to try out this exercise 2. It's not different from what we did in the previous video. If you understood what we really did there, you should be able to do this exercise 2. So today we are going to be looking at the third exercise. Okay, so by the virtue of this third exercise, we'll be looking at layers, how to create layers. Then we'll also look at dimension. We'll also look at dimensioning and a couple of other tools that we might find useful in the AutoCAD environment. So quickly, let's get down to business of today. Alright, so we'll go back to, I have my AutoCAD already opened up, but if you are new, if you are a beginner, for the purpose of this tutorial, I will advise that my students should use when you open up the AutoCAD environment, you're supposed to click on new right up here, okay, where my cursor is right now. You click on new, then once a dialog box shows up, you click on AutoCAD ISO. Okay, click on AutoCAD ISO for the purpose of this tutorial. Once you click on AutoCAD ISO, all your measuring units are to be in the metric system of measurement. So it doesn't matter where you watch it from, even if you watch it from the United States or so. You should just click on AutoCAD ISO for the purpose of this tutorial. That is it. So I have my AutoCAD environment opened up already. So okay, the first thing we want to do is create layers. Okay, we want to create layer known as construction. So we'll be making use of construction lines. Okay, construction lines in drafting are supposed to be faint. If you are talking about drafting on paper, construction lines are very faint lines. Okay, they are not the actual lines that we are looking for, but it's just a means to an end. Okay, so we'll create a layer called construction line. Okay, so in order to do that, you go to the layers toolbar in the AutoCAD environment at the top of your AutoCAD environment screen. Okay, where my cursor is right now, you have the layers toolbar. Okay, so you click on layers property. Click on layers property. Okay, a dialog box opens up. Okay, this dialog box, then you right click by clicking on the right button on your mouse. Right click by clicking on the right button on your mouse, then you click on new layer. Okay, then you name this layer construction. Okay, you click on the layer to name it. Okay, we want to name it, we want to call this layer construct 1. Yeah, enter. Okay, then you close the dialog box. Alright, in order to make the construct, we want to start off by creating construction lines, right? So in order to make the construct the construct 1 to be our current layer, you go back to layers toolbar, then you click on the drop down menu of the layers toolbar, which is here. You click on it, then you select construct. Okay, now there's a problem. Now this mistake is on purpose. Okay, this mistake is on purpose. Now we cannot allow the color of our construction lines to be same color with our main lines. That will create confusion, so we'll have to change the color of the construction line. Right, you click on this small box right beside the construct 1, that's color of layer. You see it highlighted there, so you click on it. Once you do that, you'll be able to choose the color of the lines you want, the color of your construction lines. Okay, so for the purpose of this tutorial I'll be using cyan. Okay, so I'll click on cyan, then you click OK. Now the construction line color has changed. Okay, so to create our first construction line, you go to the draw toolbar. Okay, you click on the drop down menu of the draw toolbar, click on it. Okay, then you select construction line, click on construction line. Okay, as you do that, your cursor sign changes, telling you that you have a command that is turned on already. So okay, we want to start off our construction line from the origin. So okay, we type in 0, 0, then press enter. Okay, that's our origin right there. Okay, so you see the way I move the construction line. When it gets to the horizontal at 0 degree, it locks. It gets to the vertical at 90 degrees, it locks to the vertical. That's because I have the polar tracking turned on. Okay, so you might want to do that, turn on the polar tracking too. Okay, it's right down here at the bottom right of your screen. Okay, this is the polar tracking tool. You can use the keyboard shortcut F10 to turn it on. Okay, you can turn it on by simply clicking on F10. If you want to turn it off, you also click on F10. Okay, all right, so ensure you have that turned on. Okay, so you click at 90 degrees to the vertical to lock it to the verticals. Okay, click on that. Then want to also have an horizontal line, you click on the horizontal at 0 degrees to lock it to the horizontal. That is it. Then you press the escape key on your keyboard to exit the command. Okay, that is it. So let's go back to our PDF document. We want to get the length of this line. Okay, we want to start up from this point. We're starting off from this point. Okay, where my cursor is right now, we're starting off from this point. So in order to do that, we only have the construction line is presenting this vertical line and another construction line representing the horizontal line, but we don't have a construction line, the vertical that is representing this line, this point we want to start on. So we have to create another vertical construction line. So let's go back to our AutoCAD environment. We are still on the construction layer. Okay, so we want to save ourselves the stress of having to go back and start clicking on the construction line again. So we can easily offset this vertical line we already have here at a distance of 80. Okay, so in order to do that, you go to the modify toolbar. Okay, go to the modify toolbar, then click on offset. Once you click on offset, the cursor sign changes, telling you that you have a command turned on. Okay, so you type in the distance of the you type in the offset distance, which is 80. Type it in and press enter. Okay, then you click on the line you want to offset. We want to offset this vertical line, so we click on it. Once you do that, okay, you use the cursor sign to give direction to you tell the AutoCAD environment the direction you want the offset to be. Okay, so we want it to be to the right of the already vertical line. Okay, so take it to the right. Okay, you click on it. That is it. We have our offset there. Then we can go to our main layer now, because we want to start off with our main line. So you click on, go to layers toolbar. Sorry, I was too fast with that. Okay, so you go to the layers toolbar, you click on the drop down menu, then you select the main layer, which is the 0 layer. You click on it. Now the current layer is the 0 layer, which is our main layer. Okay, so we'll start off, want to start off from that base, that point, and so we'll go back to the PDF document. We are starting off from this point where my cursor is right now. That's where we are starting from. Okay, so back to AutoCAD. So you click on line. We want to start drawing the main line, so you click on line, go to the draw toolbar, click on line. Okay, then you start. This is the point you're starting off from. Now you see the way when I take the cursor to this point of intersection of the construction lines, you see the way it locks, telling you that now that is able to that is happening because I have the object snap turned on. Okay, at the bottom right of your screen of the AutoCAD environment, you have what we call the object snap, and the keyboard shortcut is F3. Okay, you can click on F3 to turn on the object snap. So ensure you have the object snap turned on. It will save you a whole lot of stress and trouble. Okay, so we are starting off from this point. I take the cursor to it, locks to that point of intersection, then I click on it, then use the cursor to give direction to AutoCAD, telling AutoCAD the direction I want the line to be. Okay, So you do that, then you type in the length of this line, which is 80, then press enter. Now we'll have our the horizontal baseline. Now we'll go back to our PDF documents. Then what we have there, we want to get this vertical line at the measurement of 60. Okay, so still on line on this vertical construction line, so we'll type in the length of the vertical line, which is 60, then press enter. Then we'll have our construction line. Then you can press the escape key on the keyboard to exit the command. Now back to our PDF document. Now we have, you look at it, the vertical line and this there's another line, this line where my cursor is right now is inclined at the angle between the vertical line and this line that's inclined at an angle is 67 degrees. Okay, 67 degrees. Now we want they are telling us that the angle between the vertical line and this line at inclined at an angle is 67 degrees. So in order to do that, 67, in order to get this angle at 67 degrees, you subtract this 67 degrees from 90 degrees. That will give us the angle at 67 degrees. So we are going to do, subtract 67 from 90, we'll have 23 degrees. So we'll go back to AutoCAD environment. Now I want to achieve that line at an inclination, so we'll go to our construction line. We'll do that by using our construction line. Okay, you go to the layers toolbar, you click on the drop down menu to take it back to construction layer. Okay, we've done that. Then you go to the draw toolbar, select construction, that is it. Then you type A for angular. You look at the command line at the bottom of the screen, you see the command line there telling us H for horizontal, where my cursor is right now, you see H for horizontal, V for vertical, A for angular, B for bisect, and O for offset. What we want to do, we want to get a construction line at an angle, so type A for angular, then you press enter. Then you input the degree of the angle, which is 23. We want the angle between the vertical and this line we are going to be at 67 degrees. So subtract 67 degrees from 90 is making it 23 degrees. So we type in 23 degrees and you press enter. Okay, now that is in the wrong direction. You see, it's in the wrong direction. I did that on purpose. Okay, it's in the wrong direction. In order to get it in the right direction, you press escape key. Okay, so we go back to the draw toolbar, then you click on construction line. Okay, then same approach, type A for angular, then you put minus 23 degrees, enter. Okay, now we are cooking, we are in the right direction. Okay, that's where you go back to the PDF document. Okay, you see that we're in the right direction. Okay, so you lock it to the end of the vertical line. Okay, lock it in with the head of the object snap turned on. You lock the construction line to the end of the vertical line, like so, where my cursor is right now. Do that. Okay, you click on it. Now we'll have that line at an inclination. Then we can go back to our main layer by going to the layers toolbar, click on zero layer, that is, we are on the main layer. Now we want to produce our main line, so you click on line, go to the draw toolbar, click on line, then lock it into the end of the vertical line, then you project. Now okay, I will not exit this command. Let's go back to the PDF to get the distance, the length of this line that is inclined at an angle. Okay, yeah, the length is 65. Okay, back to AutoCAD. So ensure that this your main line is in line, it aligns with the construction line. Okay, at 23 degrees, then you type in 65, enter. All right, now we'll have our line. Okay, so we are done with this angular construction line, so we can go ahead and delete it. Okay, just click on it to select it, then you press delete on your keyboard. Now we're done with that. So back to our PDF document. Now the next line we want to produce, we have another line. Okay, here where my cursor is right now, with a distance of 45 degrees, is also at an angle. Now between this the first line that is inclined at an angle and the second line that is at an angle, we have an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, we have an angle of 90 degrees. So back to AutoCAD, we have an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, I want to show you something now. So let's go back to our construction layer. Click on construction layer, then go to the draw toolbar, click on construction, then you type V for vertical. Okay, V for vertical, enter. Now I want to put a vertical line here. Why am I doing this? Okay, you take the construction line to the end of this angular line, you click on it, okay, then you escape, press the escape to exit the command. Now by virtue of alternate angles, okay, the angle here where my cursor is right now, the angle between this vertical and this is 67 degrees. So by virtue of alternate angles, the angle between this vertical construction line and this line at an angle is should also be 67 degrees. If you are really good at math, you should know that. Okay, so that is that. So in order to get the other second line that is at an angle, since we already have an angle of 67 degrees and the total angle we are supposed to have here is 99 degrees, so we have to subtract 67 degrees from 99. When you do that, what will you get? 67 degrees from 99, what will be our answer? All right, 67 degrees from 99 should be 32 degrees, if I'm correct. Yeah, it should be 32 degrees. So our next line, in order to get the remaining part of the angle that will make it 99 degrees, we have to, our second line should be at an angle of 58 degrees. Okay, 58 degrees. You subtract that 32 degrees from 90, we'll have 58 degrees remaining. Okay, so let's do that. Go back to our main layer, go to the layer toolbar, click on the drop down menu of the layer toolbar, click on the main construction on the main layer, which is 0 layer. Okay, we are on our main layer now. Then you click on line, by going to the draw toolbar at the top left of your screen, click on line. Okay, then you click at the end point of this line at an angle. You click on it, their point of intersection. Okay, then the distance, let's get the distance of this second line with from our PDF document, which is at 45 degrees. Okay, 45 degrees. So we'll type in 45. Yeah, the distance is 45, sorry. Type in 45, then you press the tab key in order to enter the angle of this line. You can press the tab key on your keyboard, press the tab key, then you see that we'll have the angle highlighted there, so we can easily type in the angle we want, and the angle we want there is 58 degrees. Okay, press enter, and that is it. We have our second line at an inclination. Okay, let's check out if what we did is actually correct by measuring the angle between these two lines. Okay, what I'm saying, the angle between this line and this line, the angle there according to our PDF document is supposed to be 99 degrees. So we'll do that by making use of our dimension. Okay, so we have dealt with this vertical construction line, so we can delete it now. Okay, click on it to select it, then you press delete on your keyboard. That is it. Okay, so we'll go to our layers toolbar, click on layers property. We want to create a new layer called dimension. Okay, you click on it, the dialog box opens up. Right click on your mouse, then you click on new layer. We name it dimension. Okay, then you press enter. Now we don't want our dimension lines to be same color with our main layers or main lines, or to be same color with our construction line, so we have to change the color. So you come to the column here on this dialog box. We have yes, we have a column known as color. So you click on the small box there. You see the current color for this dimension layer is white, but we don't want that color, so we have to change. So by clicking on this small box, click on it, and another dialog box opens up known as select color. Then we can use blue, so want our dimension lines to be blue, so you select blue, then you click OK. That should do it. Okay, so the line type is okay, you can leave it as a continuous. Okay, then you click on it to make it the current layer. You click on the dimension layer to make it the current layer. That way you have a mark there, a good mark, a sign now as good mark there, telling you that is now the current layer. Okay, then you can close this dialog box. Now want to measure this angle to know if we actually did the right thing here. Okay, so you click on dimension, okay, then you come to the line you want to measure the angles. You click on this one first, then you click on the second line. You see there's a little bit of confusion here because I have the object snap turned on. So in order to escape from this confusion, we have to press the escape key to exit the command. Then we'll turn off the object snap tool by clicking on it, bottom right of your screen. Click on the object snap here where my cursor is now. I click on it to exit it. Okay, so we have that turned off now. So you go back to dimension. You get the dimension from the annotation toolbar. Okay, where my cursor is right now, the annotation toolbar. Then you click on dimension. Okay, you have the dimension. You see the cursor sign has changed, telling you that you have the dimension 2 turned on. Okay, so you come to the lines you want to get their measurements. Okay, you click on the first line, then you click on the second line, which is this. You see right now, so we did the right thing. The angle between these two lines is 99 degrees according to what we have on our PDF document. Is 99 degrees, so we did the right thing there. So we can make progress to the next line. So, okay, so let's delete that. So make progress to the next line. Back to our PDF document. Okay, the next line we have there is at the vertical with a distance of 30. So we can easily achieve that. Click on it. You see we have to turn back our object snap tool in order to get our lines locked into the 90 degrees and the 0 degrees. So we'll turn it back on by clicking on it. Go to the bottom right of your screen, then you click on object snap tool, or you can easily press F3 on your keyboard to turn it on. Okay, so go back to our draw toolbar, click on line, then it locks with the head of the object snap tool turned on. The cursor will lock to the end of this line. You see the way it locks. Okay, we also have what we call extension line. Okay, so even without clicking on the end of this line, when you just place your cursor at the end of the line, then you take it away from, you see a line that is extended, that is already in line, that aligns with this line we have already drawn. Okay, that is the extension line. Okay, so we want to produce a line at 90 degrees with a distance of 30. So click on the end of this line, click on it. Oh, sorry, we are on the wrong layer. Okay, you see our line is having a color blue, so we have to exit now and go back to our main layer. Click on that, then go back to our main layer, then go click on line. Okay, so click on the end of this line. You see it locks to the 90 degrees, and this line we want to produce at 90 degrees. Okay, it's at 90 degrees to the horizontal. Okay, so we'll click, we'll make sure it's at 90 degrees, and we'll type in the distance of this line, which is 30 according to our PDF document. So you enter. All right, so we'll have that line there. All right, so back to our PDF document. I want to zoom in now so you can see what I'm doing. Zoom in, then I'll pan to centralize our drawing. Sorry, escape. Click on pan at the right of your screen there. Right of your screen, click on pan. Okay, there. So you use it to move your drawing to the center of the screen. Then you escape by pressing the you exit the command by pressing the escape key on the keyboard. So back to our PDF document. Back to our PDF. Now we are done with this vertical line where my cursor, you see where my cursor is right now. We are done with this line. Now I want to produce another line that is at an angle, and they are telling us that this line is, the angle between this line and this vertical distance is at 139 degrees. 139 degrees. All right, so if you do that, the sum of angles of a line on a straight line is 180 degrees, right? So it then means that when you subtract this 139 degrees from 180, what we'll be having is if I'm correct, it should be 41 degrees, right? Yeah, 41 degrees. Okay, so it should be 41 degrees. So when you subtract this 139 from it, the angle that is supposed to be surrounded out of these angles is 41 degrees. Okay, so in order to do that, we have to project a construction line that is at 49 degrees in order to do that. So let's do that. Let's back to CAD. Okay, so go back to our construction layer, go to your layers toolbar, select the drop down menu of the layer, then click on construct one. Okay, so you click go to your draw toolbar, click on the draw toolbar, drop down menu of the draw toolbar, you select construction, click on construction, then you type in here for Angola. I want to produce an Angola construction, and so you type in here to tell AutoCAD that you are producing a line, a construction line at an angle. So you type in here for Angola, then you enter the angle, the degree of the angle you want to produce, 49 degrees. Enter. Okay, that is it. That's our line right there. So you lock it into the end of this vertical line where my cursor is right now. You lock it in. Okay, you click on it. Now we have our line at an angle of at an angle of 49 degrees. What we want to achieve is that at the end of this one, we should be able to have the line, the angle between this vertical distance and this line should be at 139 degrees. Okay, so we are done with this vertical construction line, so we can delete it now. All right, so next up, we'll go back to our main layer, click on the zero layer, then you click on line. Now back to our PDF, I want to get the distance. Okay, the distance of this line we want to produce now is 36.25. 36.25, yes, 36.25. So you click on line. We have already done that. So you lock it into the end of this vertical line. Then yes, you click on it. All right, so make sure it aligns with the angular construction line at 49 degrees 41 degrees. Yes, as 41 degrees 49 degrees, yes, 49 degrees. Then the distance is 36.25. 36.25. All right, then press enter. All right, so we have our line there. Okay, we are done with that line. So we can press the escape key to exit the line 2. Then we'll delete this angular construction line. We are done with it. All right, so let's try and measure the distance, the angle between this vertical distance and the angular distance, and see if we arrive at 139 degrees. So you click on dimension. Okay, let's go to our layer, click on the dimension layer, then you go to annotation toolbar, then you click on dimension. Yes, click on dimension, like so. Click on dimension. Okay, then you select. Okay, let's turn off our object snap. Okay, then you select the first line, which is the vertical line, then you select the this next line, which is the one that's at an angle, and you look at it there. Okay, this is still all right. So I will zoom out so that you see the angle there is at 139 degrees according to our PDF document. So we did the right thing there, so just follow that approach. All right, so we'll press the escape key on the keyboard to exit the command. All right, so we'll delete this so we don't need this construction line yet, so we'll delete it for now. All right, so that is that. So the next up there is to back to our PDF document. We want to produce this vertical line at a distance of 80. At a distance of 80, yes, at a distance of 80. Mind, we are using AutoCAD ISO on our environment, so all our measurements are in millimeters. Okay, they are in the metric system of measurements. Okay, so this distance 80 is at 80 millimeters. All right, so we are producing this vertical distance. All right, so let's do that. The distance is 80. All right, so we go back to our main layer, click on the drop down menu of the layer toolbar, click on it, then you go to the draw toolbar, click on line. Then let's turn back our object snap. All right, turn it back on. All right, so you lock it into the end of this line, All right, you click on it like so, yeah, like so. Then ensure that the line is at 90 degrees. You see the way it's locking to the 90 degrees angle. Okay, ensure it's at 90 degrees. Then you enter the distance of this line, which is 80. Type in 80, then press enter. Right, that's our line right there. So we have our line right there. That's cool. Let's zoom out so you see what I'm doing. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Okay, so I will pan to centralize this drawing. Okay, that's it. We've done that. Now next up, back to our PDF document. We want to yeah, the lines remaining here is this line at a distance of 15 degrees, and this other line at an inclination of 38 degrees. All right, we can easily achieve this inclination by producing this vertical line that is at 50 degrees. And we'll join these 2 points together. We join this point to this point, and we can easily get our last line. So let's, at first we have to produce this line at 15 degrees. So we'll go back to our CAD, click on line. Yes, that is it, like so. Click on line, then lock it to the end of the horizontal line to our starting point. Yes, you lock it up there, then you use the cursor to indicate the direction you want the line to be in. All right, so, and ensure it's at 90 degrees, and you type in the distance, which is 15, then press enter. Now we have our line at 15 degrees. Now I'm not going to exit the command. We want to join this point now down to the end of this vertical line. Okay, so we'll do that like so. All right, ensure the end of this line is highlighted with the aid of the object snap. All right, then you lock it in like so. That is it. I believe that's our shape. Let's go back to our PDF document to cross check if we have really arrived at same shape. All right, that is it. I believe that is it. Okay, so that is it. So we are done with producing the shape. Now next up is that we want to put in these dimension lines. We want to put in the measurement of this object, so that whoever that is going to produce this shape, be it the machinist or the workman that is going to be producing this shape, will know the measurement of each of these lines. Okay, so let's since we are done with this construction line, we can easily delete it, or we can turn it off. If we don't want to see it, you can turn it off. How do we do that? Okay, go to your layers toolbar. Okay, to the layers toolbar, click on the drop down menu of the layers toolbar, click on it. Then when you have the construction line, you see this symbol that is in the form of a light bulb. You just click on it. You see, once you place your cursor on it, you see a dialog console telling you that turn a layer on or off. Okay, so once you click on it, it means you are turning it off. Okay, so let's do that. Let's click on it. You see, we have turned it off. Now the construction lines are no longer there. If you want it to come back up, you do same thing. You go back to the layers toolbar, click on the drop down menu, then you also click on the light bulb. All right, let's call it light bulb. Okay, you just click on it and you have the construction line back up like that, just that. But we don't need it now, so we are going to turn it off. Okay, so we've done that. We've turned it off. Okay, that's it. So next up is that we want to put our dimension lines. Okay, these two lines. So we'll put our dimension lines. Go back to our layers toolbar, then we click on the drop down menu of the layer toolbar, click on it, then we'll select our dimension layer. Yes, that is it. Then once you've done that, once you have our dimension line selected, so we'll go to annotation. Yes, annotation. Under annotation, we'll click on dimension, click on dimension like so. That is it. All right, so let's input the measurements of these lines. Okay, all right, click on this end, then click on this end, like so. And the distance there is said, I hope you can see that it's 80. All right, so let's put this one. You click on the end of this line, click on it, sorry, click on it. Yes, then you click on the other end of the line, then take it out of the object to input the dimension lines. That is it. Let me zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. You can zoom in by using the rotary part of your mouse. Okay, zoom in. Okay, like so. All right, so zoom in. Okay, let's use the zoom tool here. Click on the drop down menu of the zoom tool, then click on zoom rate time. Okay, So once you click on zero return, your cursor sign changes to this symbol you're seeing right now. Then you press hold the left button of your mouse, then you drag it upwards to zoom out. Yes, you press hold the left button of your mouse and you drag it upwards. Yeah, like so. You drag it upwards. That is it. Okay. Then if you want to zoom in, you drag downwards. If you want to zoom out, you drag upwards. That is it. Okay, so that's what we want. Then you press the escape key on your keyboard to exit the command. Then we want to centralize this one so I can see what I'm doing. So I will pan, click on pan. Okay, that is it. Okay, so centralize it. You press the escape key to exit the command. All right, next we'll move on to the next lines by putting in dimensions. Click on the end of this line, then on the other hand to input the measurement. Click on it like so. Okay, that is it. Click. Okay, that is that. All right, so to get this line, you click on this end too. Sorry, that didn't go well. Exit, go back to. Now if you want to enter the previous command, you can, without having to go back to the tool to click on it again, you can easily click on the space bar on your keyboard to enter the previous command. So I'll do that. Click on space bar keyboard to enter the previous command like so. All right, so we want to get a measurement of this line, so click on one end of the line to the other end. All right, do that. So that is it, 60. Okay, these instructions are kind of getting on the way, so I have to pan our tool upwards. All right, so I can see what I'm doing there. So you click on the pan tool, you drag it upwards. Okay, that is it, like so. Then escape, go back to annotation, click on dimension. That is it. Then want to put the measurement of this horizontal baseline, so click on it, one end of the line. Yes, click on one end of the line to the other end like so. That is it. Click on it, sorry, click on it. All right, and the distance is 80. We'll put the dimension for this smaller vertical distance, which is 15. That's it. All right, so okay, we still have another line here. Okay, and the distance is the distance is 65. All right, so we can make progress to put in the angular dimensions. Okay, so let's do that. So you click on dimension. If you want to change, what we just did now are linear dimensions. Okay, we want to input angular dimensions, so you go to the annotation toolbar. All right, and the annotation toolbar where my cursor is right now, you click on the drop down menu of this toolbar we have here right here. You click on the drop down menu, you see different types of dimension. You have linear dimension, we have align dimension. Oh, sorry about that. Then we have angular dimension, we have arc length, radius, and diameter. All right, so what we want to produce now is angular dimension, so we'll select angular dimension by clicking on it. Once you've done that, then you click on dimension. That should do it. All right, so you come to the points you want to put in the angular dimensions. You click on the first line there, right? Then you click on the second line, right, like so. Yes, like that, just like that. All right, so I will have our angle there at 67 degrees. I hope you can see that. Okay, so the next angle we are going to put in is at this point. Okay, so let's do that. You click on the first line there. All right, click on the first line, click on the second line there. Oh, sorry, that didn't go well. Let's press escape to exit this command. Back to dimension. So you see with the object snap turned on, it's kind of creating confusion for us. All right, so we have to turn it off for the time being. All right, so go to the bottom right of your screen, click on, sorry, to the bottom right of your screen, click on object snap to turn it off. All right, So back to our dimension, click on the first line, then click on the second line. That should do like so, right? So yeah, the angle at 39 degrees. All right, so I believe that's all the angles we have for now. Okay, we still have the 99 degrees angle. So back to dimension, let's put that in too. All right, so you click on the first line, then click on the second line. Oh sorry, that didn't go well. Let's try that again. First line, the second line, like so. We'll have our angle at 99 degrees. Obviously you can see that the measurements are too small. You have to strain your eyes in order to see. So there's a way we can work on that, we can improve on that. So how do we do that? You go to the annotation toolbar. All right, go to the annotation toolbar, click on the drop down menu of the annotation toolbar, like so. Now you click on the second option there. All right, the second option, dimension style. All right, it's called dimension style. Click on dimension style. All right, a dialog box opens up. Now we want to make changes so that we can be able to see the measurements on this dimension. So you click on modify. All right, on this dialog box you go to modify, where my cursor is right now. Click on modify. Yes, you click on modify. Okay, so you go to you go to primary units. Go to primary units. Yeah, at the primary units you'll be able to change the precision of your measurements. All right, I believe the precision we have there is correct already. It's okay, so we'll just leave it at that. So what we want to increase is the test height. We want to increase the test size, the size of the test, so that it will be visible to the eyes. Okay, so we'll go to text, go to the test tab. Okay, click on test. All right, so here we'll have the test height here. Okay, so you can click on it and change it to any figure you have there. Then you have a kind of a preview screen here. Whatever changes you make, you should be able to see the effect here at the preview screen. Okay, so let's do that. Let's change this 2.5 to 5 and see if the size will be okay and visible to the eyes. Okay, so you have that selected. So you click on OK down here. All right, so you click on OK. Yes, click on OK. You see at the preview screen, you see that the size has obviously increased. Okay, so we'll click on close. All right, so I believe this is better. Now you can see that the dimensions are correct. You should compare this to the PDF documents. All right, compare this to the PDF, and you see that the dimensions are correct, which means our approach towards this drawing is correct. But another problem here is that our dimension lines is kind of getting encroached into our drawings, and we don't want that. So in order to move our dimension lines away from the main object, okay, so we can do that as well by going to the annotation toolbar, click on the drop down menu of the annotation bar, back to dimension style. Okay, the second option there, click on dimension style, then you go to modify. Click on modify. Yes, click on modify. Then you click on modify. Then you go to lines. Click on lines. You go to the lines tab. Then you see at the previous screen there, you see on this dialog box, you see offset from origin. Okay, you see offset from origin. So you have to change this figure. Let's change it to, let's say let's change it to 1.5. okay, change to 1.5. then you click OK. Click OK. All right, you see at the preview screen you see that changes has been made there. Okay, you see the effect of your change here at the preview screen. So if you are not okay with it, you can go back to modify and still improve on the metrics. Okay, but if you are okay with it, you go ahead and click close. All right, so I believe it's better now. Okay, it's better. So that is it guys, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I believe I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe. All right, for the PDF documents, I will attach it to you check on the description of this video. I will attach a link to where you can download the PDF document for your home practice. So you practice. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.